Hello and welcome to the last Oxygen Live event of the year. My name is Arin Belu and I will be your host for today's webinar titled Discover the Power of Diff with Change Tracking. First of all, I want to thank everyone for joining us for this last weeks, and of course for joining us today, because this means that you are interested in exploring the latest features in Oxygen that enhance its comparison support. So for the next hour, our returning presenter, Octavian Nadolo, project manager at Synchrosoft, will focus on some of the new and exciting capabilities of the Merge documents with change tracking highlights and Merge directories with change tracking highlights, and show you how this will enhance Oxygen's comparison support. So let's not waste any more time of this event, and let me tell you the information that you need to know going further. This webinar is being recorded. This means that in the following days, the recording will be made available on the event page on our site, oxygenxml.com, along with Octavian's presentation slides. And also the recording will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. Some of you might be accustomed with our YouTube channel, Oxygen XML. And if not, I strongly encourage you to take a look at it afterwards so you can sift through an impressive library of video tutorials. Another important aspect of today's event is that as we go along, we encourage you to ask us questions by using the questions panel from the GoToWebinar interface, where our colleagues Radu Coravu and Teodor Templaru will assist us by answering to all of your questions in real time. And of course, we will be addressing those questions again at the end in a Q&A session, along with your latest entries for the benefit of everyone joining us today. So this was everything I had to say for our introduction. So now I leave you with today's featured presenter, Octavian Nadolo. Hello, Octavian.
Hello, Aline. Hello, everyone. And thank you for joining this new webinar. So I'll share my screen just a second. So today we'll discuss about the Oxygen Diff support and about the support that we provide in Oxygen and what we added new with the change tracking support that allows you to compare documents and merge project and generate this change tracking support in your merged project. So this is the agenda of the presentation. We'll have an overview of the compare and merge support in Oxygen. Then we'll discuss about comparison and merging documents, about comparison projects and how you can generate a project with change tracking added in your documents, and also how you can automate this and generate this automatically using the Oxygen scripting product. So first of all, what it's compare. So comparing documents, it's identifying changes between two versions of the same document. Merging, it's unifying the two documents in a single one. In Oxygen, we provide different actions and support for comparing and merging files and directories. For example, we have support to compare and merge files in a text or visual mode. We have different algorithms that you can use. For XML comparison, we have specific algorithms such as XML accurate and XML fast, but there are also algorithms for other type of documents. So all the documents that can be opened in Oxygen have also support to compare them using the algorithms that we provide. Then you can also compare projects using the compare and merge directories. We have three-way comparison, comparing by binary, timestamp, or content compare. You can generate reports. And now we added also the support to merge document with change tracking or merge directories with change tracking. From the command line script, you can use the Oxygen scripting product so you can perform these actions automatically on a continuous integration server. In Oxygen, we offer this compare and merge functionality in most of the products. So we offer the comparison support in Oxygen XML author, editor, developer, or JSON editor, but also in the web products, Oxygen Web Author, Content Fusion, and also in the scripting that can be used for automatizations. For the Oxygen XML editor, author, and developer, and also for JSON editor, we offer actions that allows you to compare and merge files, compare and merge directories, generate reports, and these change tracking highlights. And I'll show you some of these actions. So if I switch to Oxygen, we have here in the tools, we have these actions that allow you to compare files, compare directories, make a three-way comparison on directories, generate reports, and this comparison support is available also in the Git client, where you can compare the changes made on a versioning system or in the Subversion client, but also in other plugins such as the Positron plugin, where you see the differences before applying them. So you have different places where the comparison support is available. So if you want to compare two files, you can use this action from here that opens a dialog, and then you can select the files that you want to compare. Let's say I want to compare these two documents from here. And I can see the changes in place. I can also activate the three-way comparison in case I want to compare and see the changes like incoming and outgoing and conflicts, in case you have, for example, two reviews of the same document and you want to merge them. Then you can use this type of merging. You can also save this result directly from here. And let's say you want to have a result HTML file, and I saved here in the samples. I can refresh it, and then if I open this in the system application, this will present the modifications from the document, and you'll focus only on the modification that were made on the document. I can also filter here the changes if I want to see only the conflicts, only the incoming changes, or all the differences. Then you can use the diff comparison, the compare directories action that allows you to compare two folders. And I have here some examples with the changes made by Mary and John, and I can see the changes between the two folders with the incoming, outgoing. I can also double click on one of the files and see the changes from that file. You can also generate reports, so you can use this generate HTML report, but as you've seen, when you compare documents, you can also generate the reports directly from the comparison dialog. So for example, from the Diff directories, I can compare the documents, but I can also go to the file and save the result for the Diff directory. Let's say result project. And then if I go in the samples folder here where I saved it, I can open this in the system application and have the result as an HTML report. There are also other actions. I will not go through all of them that allows you to compare in a three-way. You can also use this action also from the project just by selecting the files that you want to compare and using the compare action here. And you can also switch to the author page to see the comparisons result directly in an author view, in case you want to focus on the content and you don't want to see all the tags and you want to see the tables. It's better to visualize like this. We also provide support to compare and merge document in the web application. So in the web author and content fusion, you have actions to that allows you to compare with the latest version from the repository. For example, if you have a Git repository, for example, and you can also merge the changes directly in a view, but you can also merge the changes automatically. So we provide also an automatic merge support. And I'll show you an example. So if you go to our website, you have here also some samples. And I opened the one that it's for Diff, and you can see the differences here between two documents. You can navigate through the differences. You can also copy the differences from left to right using this action from here. So you can say I want to copy this from left to right, or or copy all the changes. If you have a project that it's on a Git repository, you have also these actions that allows you to compare with the latest version or compare with with another file. So have also this action available here. And as I told you, there is also an automatic merge support that is available. For example, if there are modifications made on the repository and you make other modification, it will automatically merge the changes. Then if you want to automate the process and generate the reports for your project or for your files with the changes that were made, you can use these compare and merge files directories or the track changes support. And you can integrate in a continuous delivery system. And you can also use this template. For example, if you have GitHub projects, we provide some templates for the Oxygen scripting and for the comparison, and also an action that is available in the GitHub that allows you to compare branches, for example. But you can also customize this to compare files, to generate reports. So in case your project is on Git, you can also use this type of actions. I have a question for you here before I go further. What Oxygen tools do you use or intend to use? And I added here some of the tools that I presented. So the compare and merge files directories, or the compare or the merge support with change tracking, or the web author comparison, or maybe you want to generate reports, or maybe you want to have these compare and merge scripts that allows you to generate the reports automatically in a continuous integration system. I'll leave this for a few moments so everyone will answer, and then we'll share the results with you so everyone will see the votes. I think we can see the votes now. So yeah, so most of you are interested in the compare and merge files and directories, but there are some of you that want this support with change tracking, also the scripting. So thank you for sharing this information. I think we can go further. So comparing in author mode, it helps you to visualize the changes without seeing the structure. And sometimes this is helpful. It's more helpful because it allows you to focus on the content and ignore the rest, let's say the new lines, the other structure changes that are not important for you. And if you compare the text with the author, so in author you see only the relevant changes, in text you'll see all the changes, and maybe sometimes it's better to see only what it's important for you. Then in author you focus on the content and you see also the track changes with the processing instruction instead of seeing some processing instruction added in the text. In author, you also see the table layout or the images instead of seeing some table tags or some URLs added in the content. So if you want to focus on the content and see only the relevant changes, sometimes it's better to see the results and the comparison result directly in the author page. And I added here some screenshots with an author comparison, for example, where you have some words that were added in the left, or some content that was added in the right. And if you compare it with the text, in the text, sometimes you can have also new lines, for example, for formatting, that are not important when you are reading the text. Or if you want to see the links, then it's harder to focus on the content, like here. See the links, the xref, instead of just seeing a link that is not changed. You can also see these changes in the author view, but with track changes. And here you'll see all the changes in the same document, and you'll see what is added and what is deleted directly in the document. And you can focus also on a single document instead of seeing the changes side by side. In Oxygen, we provide support for the author page, and we provide some built-in frameworks for Data, Dagbook, TI, XHTML, but you can also create your own author page. So it's just a simple CSS, and you'll have this author page, and you can visualize the changes in the author view for any type of XML document. Let's discuss about the Diff with change tracking. So we have these two new actions that allows you to compare documents with change tracking highlights, and another one that allows you to merge the reviews, let's say, from a project, and generate also a merge project with change tracking highlights. So the first one allows you to select two documents, your document and the review document, and then it generates a report, merge document with the changes that were made during the review. I will show you an example in Oxygen. So let me switch to Oxygen. I have here a flowers document, and then I have a flowers review document. And there are some changes between these two documents. I can also compare them like this. And I can also switch to author page to see the differences. But I can go to the tools menu and then use the merge documents with change tracking highlights. Select the files that I want to generate the merge report for, so the flowers XML and the flowers reviewed. And then using the merge, it will generate this new file that contains the change tracking here. So I can see all the changes that were made during the review process directly in the merge document. And I can save this, let's say, I don't know, review or merged, maybe better. So I can save this, and then I can send this to someone. I can check all the changes that were made in the document. I can also accept or reject the changes as I go through them. And you have all the changes presented here in the review. And you can also use actions from here to accept the changes, but also you can accept all or reject all changes. There are also actions available in the toolbar that allows you to accept or reject changes, and you can also use shortcuts. So it's very easy to go through all the modifications, and as you go, you can check the changes that were made during the review process, and you can accept or reject them. Then this if you open this in Oxygen, you can see the changes and accept them. And there are also some options that are available in the configuration options here that allows you, for example, to see the changes directly in the document as callouts. If you don't want to see this review view here, you can also see the changes like this. So depending on how you want to visualize the changes, you can customize this author view so you can visualize them more easily. And I'll leave them without the callouts for now. So the author view allows you to visualize. Of course, you can also work with them in the text mode, but it's more easy to see them in the author view and iterate through the changes that were made in the document. Then you can also publish these changes. So you can publish this in HTML and maybe publish this on your website or on internal system and make a review directly on the HTML content. And I'll show you an example. So for our document, I'll undo the modifications and then I can publish this, for example, in HTML using a default scenario with our web help system that allows you to publish the content, but also add the change tracking in the output. And the output looks something like this. So we'll have here the changes that were made, and these are marked directly in the HTML document, and you can see the exact changes that were made and review them directly here in the HTML output. You need to make sure that when you generate this in HTML, you set this option, web help show changes and comments. Otherwise, you'll not see the output, the markers in the output. So in our scenario, for example, here, if I go to visualize the parameters, have this parameter set to yes. So you need to make sure that you have this parameter, and you can search for it very easy. You can type here changes, for example, and you'll get to the parameter. Then you can also publish to PDF. We provide also support to publish to PDF and see the track changes directly in the PDF version. And I'll show you also how you can do this in Oxygen. So I will select another transformation scenario that generates the PDF version of the document, and also here it will include the track changes from the document. You can also see the progress as it goes here in the bottom part of Oxygen. Depending on how large is the document, this can take more or less. And now I can see the changes in the document. They are marked here with these placeholders, and then I can also see the changes here in the review panel, and I can navigate through the changes that were made in the document. So you can also review the changes directly in the PDF, send these changes to someone to review them. Another option here, so in order to publish to PDF with change tracking, you need to set this option, show changes and comments. Otherwise, this will not be present. So when you transform, you need to go to the parameters tab, and here you need to set this parameter, show changes and comments, and specify the yes value. Okay. Then let's see the merge directories with change tracking highlights. This is a more complex action that allows you to compare two versions of a project. For example, generate a merged version that contains all the changes marked with change tracking highlights. There are also some options here that allows you to update the non-modified files from the merged action, or add the files that were added during the review process, or delete the files that were deleted from the review process. Create also change tracking for the added content. So there are some options that allows you also to control how the merge will be performed, and I'll show you some example on this. So let me switch to Oxygen. I'll close these files. I have here two folders. So I have a flowers folder, a project that's my project, and another one that was changed, was reviewed by someone, and I can generate a new project with the merged content. So I can go here in the tools, use the merge directories action, select my project, the project that contained the reviews, and then I specified here where I want to have the merge result. This is optional, so if you don't want to save the merge result in a separate folder, it will automatically merge in your folder, in the base folders. So depending on how you want to merge, if you want to merge directly there, or you want to merge in a separate folder and check the result, you need to specify or not this output directory. Then there are some options here, as I told you, to update or to add the files that were added in the review process, and create also change tracking highlights for the added content. I also specify that I want to create this change tracking, and this will be better because I will see also the added content specified with change tracking. Then if I press the merge button, it will merge, it will generate the merge project, and will generate also a report in this folder, Oxy merge report, that contains the files that were modified, or the files that were merged during the process. So in the upper part, you have the files that were merged, and we have also the merge, the change tracking added here. And you can check all the changes just by clicking on these links on the files, and you can visualize the changes added in the review panel. Then you have also non-XML files that were updated. In case there are failed files, maybe they couldn't be merged because there are conflicts, or they are broken. They will not be merged, but they will be presented here in this report, so you can see what happens during the merge process. And you can also see this in the text mode. So we provide this to visualize the report in the text mode. And here you can visualize also the number of files that were modified, the number of files that were updated or added, if there are conflicts or not. So you have a report with all the changes that were made during the merge process. So the options that we provide in the dialog that I specified allows you to control the merge process. You can also back up the base directory. So in case the merge will be performed directly in the base directory, a backup will be made for the base directory in order to maybe use it later in case you don't want the merge to be performed. But you also can control the other options, and I added here a link to the documentation if you want to read more about the options during the merge process. The report that we generate. So we generate this report in XML format. As I told you, we have information about the number of files that were modified, the XML files that were updated and are marked with track changes. if there are conflicts or files that could not be merged, will be added in this report, so you can check them later, and also the files that were added, deleted during the merge process. We provide also this view in the author page that allows you to click directly on the links from the report and visualize the changes. And this is a simple CSS that we provide over the XML document. And this also can be customized. Maybe if you don't want to show in the report if you want to show, for example, only the files that were merged with change tracking, you can hide the rest, and you can also present differently the report if you want. Then you can also publish this report for your project, and you can publish directly from Oxygen in HTML format. And you'll have an HTML with the project that contains also the change tracking. I'll show you an example. So if we go to our merge project, I can open this data flowers, and then here I have this action that allows me to transform, and I can transform it to web help with change tracking. So it's the same scenario that I used for the file, and you can use it for the data map. But in this case, it will generate a report for the entire project. And the changes from the project will be marked in the document. So I can navigate now through the changes from the project directly on the generated content, and I can see the change tracking added for this for the files that were generated. So you can review directly here then the content. Here are the added content, so this also is marked as added in the output or here. So you can publish this also on a website or maybe on an internal system, and then you can review the changes made in your project. You can publish also in PDF. It's the same format, but in this case, if you publish an entire project, you'll see also the added files or the deleted files marked in the content. So let me publish also in PDF. So if you go here to the transform, you can select the data PDF transformation and publish this project in PDF format. You also need to set the parameter that I told you with the show comments and change tracking in order to have the change tracking presented in the output. Also, this can take a while depending on how big is your project. And then you have the PDF created. Have here the changes presented in the review, and you can check the changes. The added files are marked with the inserted, and you can check the inserted files. You can navigate to them and see the content that was added. And this is marked also as added content, and also the rest of the content that was changed in your project. So you can also publish this very easy to PDF and visualize the changes from your project. Okay, let me close these files. There are also some notes that I want to specify here. So in case in your project there are track changes, maybe you made some changes in the document with track changes on. This will all be accepted automatically when you generate this merge result. Otherwise, will be mixed with the ones that we generate, and will be harder to go through all the changes. So all the changes that were made in the compare documents will be automatically marked as accepted before going to the merge process. And also, if you have modification, for example, in the doc type, we automatically merge, but we do not mark this with a track change, because in the outer view, you will not see this like a highlight. Then you can also automate this process. So if you want to automatically generate these reports on a continuous integration server, you can use this Oxygen scripting support to generate this support, to generate the merge result automatically. And we provide this action to merge two files and generate the merge result with change tracking. The script can be found in the Oxygen scripting product, and the name is merge files track changes, and specify some parameters: the path to the file that you want to merge, the path to the base file, the output file, and also if you want to have a backup or not. The options are described in our user manual. So if you want to read more about this, you can check the result. For the backup file, so we automatically make a backup of the base file if you do not specify a path to the output file, and the merge you make it directly in the base file. In this case, we back up automatically, but you can also specify to skip this backup. As an example, so you can just use the merge files with change tracking, specify the first file, the reviewed file, and then where you want to save the result, and you'll generate the report that we presented. I'll show you an example. So I have here merge file with change tracking that I can call in the scripting project, and then I specify a path to the flowers file, a path to the reviewed file, and then where I want to save the result. Then if I press enter, the result will be generated, and we can see it in the Oxygen product. So I can refresh the folder here, and I can see the merge result directly here in the folder. Just a second, this one. And I can open the result in Oxygen and check the changes. You can also visualize these changes directly in the web author. So you can visualize the changes in Oxygen, but you can open this result directly in web author, and you'll see a similar review here in the right, and you can check, you can go through the changes directly from here. So if you use web author, you can also merge the changes and visualize this directly in the author view. We can go further. So the compare file script can be used to visualize the changes that were made during a review process. You can do this automatically. You can check if the documents is modified by checking if there are processing instructions generated, and you can also publish automatically the changes. So you can use the scripting to also publish the changes. So you can generate the changes and then publish it in a continuous integration server. Then we have also this merge directory script. This allows you to compare two directories or two projects and generate a merge result. The documents that are XML documents will be marked with change tracking highlights, and you have different options that you can set. There's the same option that we have it in the UI in Oxygen. So you need to specify the path to the base directory, the path to the merge directory, the output, if you want or not the files to be added or deleted from your merged folder, if you want or not to have change tracking added on the added files. And you can also read more about this in our user manual. And an example for this will be to use the merge tiers track changes command line, specify the first folder, then the reviewed folder, and where you want to save the merge result. I will show you an example also for this. I have here the merge directories with change tracking, and here I specify the name of the command line, then the first folder, the second folder, and where I want to save the result in this merge command line, let's say. Then I press enter, and when the operation will be finished, we will see the result. We can go to Oxygen and we can refresh it here, and we'll see here the result. We can open the result, the report directly in Oxygen. We can see the changes similarly with what we seen previously with action from the UI, but this time it's done from the command line. So you can also generate these reports directly from a continuous integration server. So the merge directories will help you to view if there are changes. You can see this report, and you can also parse this report. So if we go to see the report, this contains information about the files that were modified, if there are changes or not, if there are conflicts. So you can also process this content and verify if there are modifications during the merge process. And you can also automatically publish this to PDF or HTML if you want, or integrate it with a continuous integration system. As a conclusion, Oxygen provides support to compare files and directories, to merge content using the action from our products, and you've seen that we provide the support in all our products. This new support it allows you to generate these change tracking reports, and you can use it to generate a comparison report and publish it very easy to PDF or HTML. You can also generate this merge project and will merge all the content from your project and will mark the changes with change tracking. And if you want to automate this process, you can use the scripting, and this will allow you to merge and generate the reports automatically. Of course, we have also future plans, and we intend to improve our support. So right now we have this support available only for the two-way comparison. In case you have, for example, two branches and a trunk, and you want to merge them from two branches, we do not provide yet this, so like a three-way merge. We just provide a two-way merge, and we intend to have this in the future. Also, maybe provide actions directly in the web author to generate this report. Right now, these actions are available in the Oxygen standalone version and in the scripting product. You can see the changes in the web author, but you do not have yet the actions to generate these reports there. Then we also intend to have a better integration with external tools of our comparison support, so we can call our comparison support directly from SourceTree, for example, to see the changes, and we intend to make it better to be integrated with these tools, also with other type of external tools. Another important issue that we intend to implement is the ignore by XPath in Diff directories. So you can ignore, for example, some of the content from your documents, generated content maybe that you don't want to see during the comparison process. Right now, this is available for the file comparison, not when you compare the projects. It's also available in the Diff directories, but in the scripting. So when it's invoked from the scripting, you can use this ignore by XPath. Of course, your feedback is also always welcome, and we wait for your feedback, so we'll see what we'll implement in the future and what are your needs. I have a question for you here before we go further. What features are the most important for you? And I added here the feature that I described. So maybe you want the diff with change tracking three-way, or maybe you want the diff support in WebAuthor, or maybe you are interested in a better integration with other tools, or the comparison support for um, uh, the comparison ignore by expat support in Diff directories. So I'll leave this for a few moments so everyone will answer to the question. And you can use the questions panel if you want to send us your feedback, if you want other features, so you can also add them in the questions panel if you want. So thank you for your feedback. So I see that you are interested in support of integration with external tools. Maybe you can also give us more information if you want, what type of tools you are interested in, uh, also in the change tracking in WebAuthor. So we'll note this in our issue, and we'll consider it when implementing the feature. So thank you for your feedback. So I added here also some resources if you want to read more about the Oxygen merge support. I added some links that we provide for the video demos, but also in the manual, and also for the support that we provide for the change tracking if you want to merge the content directly in the Oxygen. I think we can go with the questions now. If there are questions, we can address some of them now. I will give control to Aline, so we'll read the questions added during the webinar.
Thank you, Octavian. Thank you for another great presentation, the last for this year. And of course, we received some questions from our audience. The first question came during our last poll, actually from John. Is there something to help with conditioning and the diff merge tracking?
Not sure if I understand exactly what John said. Maybe we'll ask for more details. So what's the conditioning for? Maybe he wants to ignore some of the information during the merge process. Not sure exactly. Maybe we'll ask for more details.
Yes, if John is kind enough to provide us some more context or some examples. Let's go to our next question. Until then, can I use Oxygen Diff to compare JSON documents?
Yeah, we provide support to compare any type of document that you can open in Oxygen. So we have algorithms that allows you to compare this, for example, a syntax aware algorithm, but also the lines algorithms, characters, or the words algorithm can be used for this type of document. So yes, we provide support also to compare JSON documents and generate a report for this type of documents. We do not provide support to generate the diff with change tracking yet for this type of documents.
Thank you, Octavian. Let's go to our next question. Is there a separate Oxygen Diff product that I can use?
We do not have a diff product, so our diff tools are integrated in our product. So every Oxygen tool provides the support to compare and merge files or compare and merge directories, but we do not have a separate product. So you can use any of our products to compare the documents.
Another question. sounds like this. Can I modify the name auto merger from the change tracking markers?
Right now we do not have this in the UI, so you cannot modify this. We have this in the API, so you can provide a different name. Probably a solution for this will be to use a refactoring action and change all the processing instruction and have a different name. And then you need to specify also color, because the color that we provide for rendering it in the author view, it depends on the name that you set for the author of the change.
Thank you,
So right
Octavio. Thank you.
Okay.
Going back to John's question, is there something to help with conditioning and diff merge tracking? Radu behind the scenes provided an answer for this. We do not apply profiling filters in any way when computing the changes. And John thanked him because yeah, profile filters can be difficult to use with diff. So apparently, John got
Yeah.
his question answered.
Thank you, Radu, for answering this.
Another question just came in. Is there support for these features in the SDK?
Yeah, you can use it also from the SDK. I think we have this in the API to call the merge support.
Thank you. I think this was our last question for the day. I will take back control. Thank you. Now everyone is watching the page on our site of today's event. And I want to remind everyone that the event is being recorded, and you will find in the following days the recording along with Octavian's presentation slides on this very page. And also, if you have any feedback regarding our presentation, you can write to us directly by using the Oxygen feedback platform found at the bottom of this page. In closing, I want to thank you all for being able to join us today and for joining us this couple of weeks for our live webinar series. Meanwhile, I want to remind you that we don't have any more webinars scheduled for the rest of this year. We will start scheduling some events for next year. So for this, I definitely encourage you to take a look at the events page from our site, oxygenxml.com, where you can also find the links to register for free to all of our future webinars, as well as to find out the list of conferences where you can meet the Oxygen team in person. So closing today's presentation, again, I want to thank you all for being able to join our webinar. Of course, a big thank you to Octavian Nadolu for returning as a featured presenter. And of course, to thank our colleagues behind the scenes, Radu Coravu and Teodor Templaru, for helping us with some of your questions. So with this being said, I want to wish you all happy holidays and of course, have a great new year. And let's hope that we all meet again during our webinar series for next year. Until then, have a wonderful day or evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.